Hello, my darling Diamonds in the Rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with some more daily puzzles. Now, without further ado, let us just hop right into the Wordle. And as always, our favorite starting word, of course, is jazzy. What does that net us? A wonderful A for that will glow like a brilliant plant. And we got an L as well. I was going to say apple, but we already used a P. So what should we do next? Maybe not lease. Not loan. Oh, we can do Sloan. Is that like, was it sloon to throw? This is a word, correct? Yes. My brain is not crazy. Oh! So we either start or end with an A. And why did I use the L in the second spot? That is quite silly of me. Well, I want to try maybe ending with an LA. Like some hoopla, or not that, for example. Let's see, what word could we possibly use that would... Actually, no, let's start with an A. A something something LE. You know what, let's try axles. We rarely use an X in our guesses, so why not? And we start with it. Alright, so we have an A in the first dot, some letter, probably an LE, or maybe an E is somewhere in one of those X's, and we have an L. So, I want to try maybe an LE. I was going to try ample, unfortunately we already used the P. Angle, that's nice. An angle to strew, not strew, but get yourself hooked on. Right, now I am feeling the nerves. We are down to our last guess. We have 3 letters. What could it be? We have an A, 2 blanks, L, and an E. So what can we do? What can we do? Not ankle, we already used the N. Not ample. Let's see. A B. Ababel. No. No, agile. We already used the G. Let's see. Ardle? No. Ooh, yeah, this is nerve-wracking. A, maybe R? AR something LE, or A something R LE. I do think we might need a second vowel, like maybe a mile as an example. Obviously, a mile is not a word itself. It's 2 words, a and mile. So maybe I should have used a blank here and LE to better demonstrate it. Right. So what could we possibly use? A something ILE. Bile. No? Huh. And we can't use double L. We could use a second E, technically. We could... Or maybe with something like AI something LE. Or an aisle, but unfortunately we're going to use the S. Oh man, this is quite the conundrum we're facing ourselves in. A tough word that we do not have any cracks in right now. How fearful. Well, this is one of those, how do I say it, moments of adrenaline and surprise that we rarely face here. But we continue, and we start with an A. Maybe an AD. Not iDial, but... the fact that we end with an LE, it's just making me think of all the dolls, the daily dolls. And that's what I look up when I try to do the extra game. the dulls, the DLEs. But I can't think of anything at the moment. Alright, let's try to think of what I was saying before. A, some letter I-L-E. Errol. No. Adile. Aphile. Ahile. Akile. Asile. Avile. Abil. Avil might be. No, I don't think so. Abil. Abile. Amile. No, okay. I don't believe it is the I as the second letter. Maybe it's some letter ool. A wool, a rule, a fool, a duel, a hool. No, a mule. So why am I thinking it's like we have a double consonant L, or really triple consonant at that rate? Why do I think that? Or maybe it's A, some letter E, L, E. Have we thought of that? A bell. A cell. Well, that would be. A cell would be E-L rather than L-E. Adele. Adele. Adele the singer. Unfortunately, don't believe Adele is a word. Arel. A well. Oh, wow. We are. I would have made a guess if I could have thought of a word that we could put in here. So no E, no U. Maybe a I something L-E? Owl? No, I don't believe that makes sense. A-E something L-E? No, definitely not. A-U something L-E. Audle? Audle. That's... sounds like it could be a word, but it's... I don't believe it is. Aural? No. Have to go with Ossel? No. Well, let's think consonants. Achel is not something, but that's a start. Ackle is definitely wrong. Ardle, but I don't believe that's a word. Arsel? No. That's like parcel, but spelled incorrectly and without the P. And we can't use a second A, we can't use a second L. We could use an E, but that's not in our program. AF. AFO? A file? I might have to send a guess somewhere if I can't find anything, but there's nothing to guess. These are the top 100, the top 500 words, I believe, or something of that nature. So these are common words. Indeed. You know what? I might just go silent for the rest of this and speed it up. I don't want to be a burden on you all, so let me think, and I will get back to you. Oh! Oh my! Wow, to be honest, I wasn't even sure if that was a word. But I remember hearing it before. Don't remember the context. But wow, that was exhilarating. And you had that very, very sped up section. So I hope it lived up to your expectations, the zoom in. Because that was very nervous. I was very nervous, very quiet. But we survived. If not by the skin of our teeth, by the grits of our nails? I forget the saying. But yeah, we survived barely. Whew. My heart's racing a bit. Wordle's more of a workout than walking, I guess. I don't know. Alright. But as always, we have to move on to the next puzzle. And today's puzzle is none other than the Wordle. Right, and also I'll have editor me flash up how long it took me to think of it, like the time allotted or whatever that I spent speedrunning, and we'll move on. But yes, we are playing the Mini, one of my favorites of the daily puzzles, and we start up with One Across, Women's World Cup team that had a rivalry with the US during the 2010s. I'm not sure. A Women's World Cup team, okay. With all due respect to the men's national team, I do believe the women's team was more popular in the 2010s due to them winning and them being good. Yeah, I don't really follow international soccer too much until I did watch the UEFA that one time, and I will watch the World Cup games, but I've been hearing some strummings. Congratulations to, I believe, the men's Japanese team to be the first team to qualify for the World Cup. Hats off to you. I read Mitoma's thesis on dribbling. I love that. You don't know, Mitoma is a player on the Japanese national team. I believe is he a winger? I believe he's a winger. And anyway, he spent his college days researching dribbling. Instead of going to a pro team, he went to college to play for their college team, which I believe can compete with some pro teams in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. And he's put his thesis on dribbling. He would record himself and other players dribbling, and basically the result was that better dribblers in soccer often have their heads up. They're able to scan the field better, which makes sense. But yeah, wonderful guy, wonderful researcher. He did wonderful in the World Cup. I believe he had I forget if it was a goal or cross, but the cross or whatever, the ball was less than a millimeter, or 2 millimeters away from going out or something, and was hit in, tapped into someone on the Japanese team who scored a goal from that, and that was crazy. Thank you to VAR systems for being able to see that, because a normal ref would have called that out, a human ref, but wow, that was just insane. That was such a great moment. But yeah, congratulations to the Japanese team. Hope for big things from you guys. And then I heard news about the USA, and I believe they played Panama. I believe they lost, which was a shame, as someone who wants to root for the US team. Because I think soccer is a sport that can definitely grow in America, and it probably will grow. But for that to happen, we need, I say we as I'm part of the recruiting squad for the soccer team, but if we want soccer to be popular as Americans, we need good American players and good American teams. Shout out to Messi. His name in Inter Miami is definitely making a difference. Definitely helping soccer grow. But that's a lot of ranting for not a lot of guessing. Women's World Cup team that had a rival with the US? I don't know. I didn't become a soccer fan until the 2020, so I do apologize. Napoleon's punishments during the 1810s twice. Is it exile? I don't know. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm leaning exile. Component of muscle tissue. Fiber? Is it fiber or fiber like that? I'm going to guess ER? Might be the other way around, but I'm leaning fibers. Muscle fibers. Wreck beyond repair is to total. Could be something else as well, but that's the first one. Like air at the hookah lounge. Smoky? Yeah, that's what I'm leaning. I wasn't sure if I spelled smoky right, because I remember, and I believe it was, I think it was part 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Smokey is a name of a background character, supporting character. I don't know. He sold the soda to JoJo in Jonathan in the first or second episode of part 2. I believe his name was Smokey with an EY. Editor me will flash a picture on him on screen and tell me if I'm correct or not. Maybe I'm misremembering total. Joking remarks. Ooh, I don't know. Statement of truth. Axiom. An axiom of truth. Oh. I think I'm pretty solid on everything then. Oh, I need some water. Please forgive me. Okay, I don't think I got it right. Because kind of being used in refried beans, I'm leaning pinto bean? In which case, fiber isn't right? I'm not sold on pinto, and I'm not sold on fiber, but we'll just assume it's pinto. Spring something. Start dripping. Spring showers? I don't know. Afresh. Ooh. Women's World Cup team that had a rivalry with the US and starts with some letter AP. And it's 5 letters long, so that should be a bit of a hint. Fortunately, not big enough. Component of muscle tissue. Huh. I'm really leaning fiber for muscle tissue. Joking remarks. I'm thinking like retort. I'm thinking a jab, a gist, or whatever. Spring. I don't know. Spring something. Start dripping. I'm thinking like spring showers, spring clouds, spring cleaning, but it's obviously not cleaning. Afresh. I'm thinking ripe. That is fresh. Fresh, it could be like, or a fresh. A fresh, ooh, I don't know. Women's World Cup team that had a rivalry with the US during the 2010s. Is it Japan? That would be fun if it was, I was talking about the Japan's men's national team while staring at the women's national team. That would be silly. Component of muscle tissue, I don't know. It was Japan, yes! Oh my. And what is this? Spring, I don't know. A fresh, newly. Component of muscle tissue, ooh. This is probably some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some, what's it called? Science, biological term for like a muscle fiber that's in a cell or something like that. And I don't know. But component of muscle tissue, I was thinking fibers, but it's probably something more biological that I'm not a fan of, but not aware of. Spring out something ack. I'm leaning that this has to be a vowel just because my understanding of the English language makes me believe that there has to be a vowel between the N and the W. Spring alik. I think it might be an E. Aliak. Sin maybe. Aluak. Aluak. I'm leaning E. Whew! Lucky guess. I was going to have to turn on the... I might have had to reveal it. But we got it done. I don't know what an aliak is. I don't know what sinew is. Actually, I don't know. Maybe put a picture of sinew on screen if it's appropriate and conceivable. Thank you. But yeah, you learn something new every day. That's wonderful. Can I wait for the World Cup? I'm excited for it. It's going to be in the US, and that also will help soccer grow in the US. I had some relatives, some neighbors play soccer. They were pretty good at it, but truthfully, I don't know much about it. But I do think it is fun to watch as a fan. Yeah, I would say soccer is the sport I know least about that I watch the most. Like, not obviously, but like, you know me and my channel, I do talk about basketball a lot. That's my favorite sport. That's the one I know about the most, the one I talk about the most. But after that, it's kind of an open field. I know generally the rules of a lot of other sports, but I don't necessarily watch them too often. And then there's soccer, the exception. Soccer, I don't know much about. I could not name 11 soccer players that are currently playing. Actually, I can try. Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Holland, Van Dijk. That's 5. And I'm currently playing. What is it? Ronaldinho? I might be butchering his name. There's him. Bellingham? And those first 5, I know by name and by face. The next few, these 2, Bellingham and Ronaldinho, I don't know by face. Because, I am not a big soccer fan. I just really enjoy, well, I'm not a big soccer fan, but I like this. I'm a fan of the sport, not all the championships and whatnot too much, but I'm getting into it. I'm getting into the World Cup too, and that's what I like. But yeah, those 7, yikes. I obviously I know other players from history, like Pele, but oh man, I don't really know a lot of players from history. You know, that might be my homework, to look at more soccer players and become more a fan of them. Like, maybe I should follow a team from the Premier League or La Liga or something like that. Yeah. Oh wait, nope. Oh shoot, I was gonna say, I forgot his name, but like, oh yeah, I forgot his name. I think it was Thomas something. Yeah, I forgot his name. I'm sorry, it was on the tip of my tongue and then I forgot it. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, I failed my question that I knew I was going to fail, naming soccer players. But I am still a fan of this sport. And I probably will do some homework to get more into it, especially with the World Cup. And I'm glad the World Cup's in America. Especially, it's not just in one place in America, it's all across the country. And then the World Cup final is in MetLife Stadium, which is, technically it's in Jersey, but it's New York. It's New York, New Jersey area. So that will definitely be booming. Alright, but we are getting distracted. Let us go to the connections. Right, as rain. Then let us begin. Touchdown. A score. You scored. Oh my. Whoa. Holy teas. These are a lot of teas. Oh man, that's funny. That is a lot of teas. Is it like a national tea day or something? Well, it's tea time, I suppose. Trifles. Like the trifles of man, like I guess a problem. Or something that one toils with. Trillion is an amount. Trombone is an instrument. Trident is like a pitchfork, but it has more of a nautical theme. Okay, maybe what was a trident originally actually used for? Because I know it's associated with nautical bits and bobs, but is it used for fishing? I don't actually know. I just always equated to like a nautical theme, like Atlantis or Poseidon, Neptune, whatever you want to say. Percy Jackson. I always equate a trident to like something nautical, but I don't know what actual intended purpose is. Editor to me is gonna look it up for us and put it on screen right about now or something like that. But yeah, we continue. Trademark is to trademark something. It is yours and yours alone to use. Theremin. I believe, is that the instrument? It might be an instrument or it might be medicine. But if it's an instrument, maybe it's trombone. Listen, I'm not going to try to pronounce this. Yeah, I'm not going to try. This seems like, is this Russian in nature? I don't even know. It might be an instrument as well. I think it is, just because of the next thing. Triangle. Oh wait, it's not an instrument. The triangle is an instrument. Television, it's, you see the news, there's a program you might want to watch. Trinket. Is a thingamajig on here? Could have sworn I saw a thingamajig. Oh, and I did see it on the bottom, but we'll continue. It's like an item to toy with. It's a thing, essentially. Trilobite. I don't know, man. Timpani. Huh. Maybe I'm confusing it, but is that like the... What is it? What is the thing? The tensor timpani? Oh, that's timpani. with I think a PH. Tensor tympani. I believe that's the muscle in your ear that some people can control to make their ears rumble. Fun fact, I'm a guy who can do that. I can rumble my ears. I know, shocker. But here, I'm going to rumble them now. You probably didn't hear anything, but I did. It's a nice rumbling noise by flexing my tensor tympani, which I think is something completely different from this, but we continue. But tympani, I don't know. Thingamajig, a trinket, I guess. That's what I'm leaning lines with, but I'm not sure. Tambourine is an instrument, and we have 4 instruments now, but we'll continue. And tuberculosis is a disease. Let's do our instruments first. Leave these 4 instruments. Oh, it's not a theremin. It's not a theremin. Well, trombone is an instrument, a triangle is an instrument, a tambourine is an instrument. Is it not a theremin? Well, then I'm leaning, this thing. Oh! Really? So it was not the instruments. Well, no, it is instruments, and it is a theremin. Editor me is going to put a picture of a theremin up. Probably when I first say theremin. But, yeah, it is instruments. It is theremin. It's just not either trombone, theremin, or sorry, it's not trombone, tambourine, or triangle. Or whatever this is. But it is the theremin. Alright, then I'm leaning tympani. Or should I lead trilobite? Oh man, I don't know. Because a triangle is an instrument. Like, these are all instruments. I'm fairly certain a theremin is an instrument. In which case, these 4 are all instruments. Which does not make sense to me. Unless it's like percussion instrument, in which case a trombone would not be in here. The trombone is made of brass, is it? Okay, maybe we'll put these aside for now. Let's go thingamasig trinket and what is something else that's just a thing, essentially? An object. I don't know. And maybe let's go along the lines of tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is a disease. But I don't know. I think this might be a cake. I don't know why I think it's like a foodstuffs. A trifle sounds like a truffle, but you replace it with a U instead of an I. And a truffle is a food, but I'm thinking trilobite, I'm thinking troglodyte. Tympani, I'm thinking tymphani with the ear muscle. Triangle, I'm thinking 3. Trident, I'm thinking 3. What else is 3? Trillion. Starts with TRI. But so does trinket. And trifle. Trilobite, tymphani. So I'm assuming something else with TRI might be something of 3. Maybe a trilobite associated with the number 3. I don't know. A touchdown is worth 6 points in football. Or maybe it's 2 words combined, like touch and down. But I don't really see that going anywhere else. Trilobite. Theremin, technically, but we know theremin has to be part of something else. Unless touchdown is a musical instrument. Trademark, technically, 2 words. Trident, no. Trifle, trillion, trombone, no. Wow. I gotta lean forward and lock in for this one. And trifle is like to trifle in the realm of mortals would be how I'd use in a sentence. It's just to go through, maybe mess with, maybe be messed with by. It's just trifles. Which I understand saying the word like that doesn't actually help me understand it better, or you as the audience. So we digress. Alright, maybe I'll just go back to my instrument things. Not thingamajig, but tambourine, trombone, and we'll go tympani. There we go. Musical instruments. Editor to me, put a picture of timpani on the screen. Thank you. Now we just have a lot of things to go through. And we really don't know. Maybe we can go for food? No. I really want to know what this word is. And I'm still not going... You're fine, I'll pronounce it. Chiochke. Chiochke. That's my pronunciation of it. I'm probably butchering it poorly, though, so I do apologize. Well, you can trademark something. Maybe score is along the lines of what we're actually looking for. Touchdown is a score. Score is also well, that's another definition of score, not just point total or to gain a point, but a score is 20. As in famous the Emancipation Proclamation, Abraham Lincoln's speech, 4 score and 7 years ago, which is 4 score or 80 and 7 years ago, so 87 years ago. But that would be quite the stretch that I do not think would make sense. But touchdown, I'm associating with 6. Television is broadcast. Triangle is a shape, or associated with the number 3, which would be a trident, which would be maybe trillion, because 100, well, 1,000 is 3 zeros, a million is 6, a trillion is 9, or 3 sets of 3 zeros. Trillion, I really don't know. Trifle. What are the trifles that I'm looking for, though? What is something... No, yeah, trifle must have a different meaning or different usage. Or maybe associated with football. Television, touchdown, trademark. I was going to say tuberculosis for some reason. Yeah. Like, you score touchdown in football. This national broadcast is trademarked. No, the broadcast can be trademarked, but the art of the let's say, the San Francisco 49ers, that trademark, that little SF. Chotchke? I'm sorry for saying it. Every time I look at it, I feel like I want to say it, but I'm definitely butchering it. I believe it's, like, loosely Slavic in origin. That would be my guess, but I don't really have a good guess. I don't know many Slavic words, and it's obviously not in Cyrillic. It would be the English equivalent of whatever would be in Cyrillic. But it's definitely not a traditionally English word. Unless I'm wrong. It might be. No. Yeah, no. Wow, I am really at a loss. Triangle is a shape. Trident. Let's go trillion and trilobites for 3. I hate this. Words with the prefix meaning 3. That's sort of what I was thinking of. That's why I guess trilobite. But there's also trifle. And I'm not a fan of that. I know I got it. But it was off of pure luck because there are other words with that sort of name with. And I do apologize for complaining about this. It's just a peeve of mine on this. Obviously, it's incredibly... Oh, and you also have trinkets. Like, obviously, it's incredibly hard to make something like this, especially something like this where every word is a T. Like, this is incredibly impressive, and I don't really have a right to complain, especially when I'm playing it like this. It's just something I'm not personally a fan of. And I know it happens, but I like to be able to find the connections as I do and not be dissuaded by other words that could technically also fit. And I guess that's my folly. That I just want to be able to do it in any order and have any red herrings be of a different meaning rather than a red herring that fits the same intention of the guess. But that is the connections for you. But let us continue because we still have 2 guesses left and we can still get something. Okay. We still have this, whatever this means. I'm thinking, well, for some reason I'm thinking this. Loosely relating to football. And trinket, trifle, thingamajig, and, I'll say it one more time. Chochke. I feel like that could be together. I'm gonna guess this. Okay. Words abbreviated with T plus letter. Really? Television, TV, okay. Touchdown, TD. Trademark. You don't really see... Oh, I guess maybe the little trademark symbol. But I feel like that's trademarked as well. That's more of a... Well, I guess no, technically it does. But no one calls it a TD, a TM or whatever. Actually, no, I guess they might. And then tuberculosis. Is that TC? I suppose it is. Yeah. I'm not really familiar. Alright, and finally, knick-knack. Is a trifle a knick-knack? Huh. I guess it is. I guess it is. I wouldn't have guessed that. And then trinkets. Oh, so not trinket, obviously trinket. And thingamajig. But this word. You know what? One more time. I'll say it one more time. Chochke. I really don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah. Editor me, please flash up that, whatever you put up, either the definition or the image of a chochke. I said I was going to say it one more time and I said it again. I apologize. But we somehow did it. We somehow did the connections. And even if it was very painful, and it was very painful, we got it done. And that's great. It's just a testament to us being able to form little threads between these words, even if we're not too familiar, even if they have a hidden meaning. We're able to just will it together in our heads. But in addition to will, the indomitable human spirit, we have one more game to satiate our curiosity. One more silly little thing. And today's extra little tidbit is Rogule. A dungeon a day keeps the Balrog away. It's a minimalist online roguelike game you play in your web browser. It's the same dungeon each day. You get one chance to beat each day's dungeon. It's free play. Okay, so it's just a daily dungeon. That's nice. It's been a while since I did anything like D&D related. Okay. So, we have the arrows. Let's try... Not really too... Oh, actually, there's a little question mark. Let's click that before we click anything. Use the arrow keys to move, press the period to reset. Move on to items and monsters to interact. Number above each monster's head is the maximum damage they deal to you. Health bars show up at the top of the screen. Collect all the mushroom items. Shields give you protection. Weapons add to your hits. Go to the shrine and ascend to win the game. Okay. We can do that. Oh, for a second I thought the black was the path, but no, it's the, how you say? The black isn't the path. The path is the white, the outside. Okay, let's go inside this room then. Oh, I have to go down on the monster to interact. And it can do 2 damage, and we can do 3, so we can one-shot it and take only a little bit of damage. So let's do it. Oh. Let's just beat this bat, and we're probably going to take... Yeah, we took another damage from the bat next to us. So let's just defeat it first. And let's hope we can kill it now. Of course not. We have... Oh, we can do 4 damage now. Oh! Okay, so there's nothing in that room. And there's the shrine we need to get to. Guess we love... well, I believe 4 is the damage we can do. Okay. This is fun. And this log. Yeah, we can we heal, actually? Let me just review the rules. Collect all the mushroom items, shields, weapons. Go to a shrine. Alright, shields we can get to. Okay. Nothing seems to be coming for us. We have to fight this board then. Alright, and then we kill it. Perfect. Nothing in these. Anything in here? Oh, mushroom? No. This demon is... Oh, that can do 6 damage. We do not have... We might have to... give this... Oh! So we might be able to do a bit more damage to this beast. We have to attack it. Oh, we're dead. We are not dead. Oh, that healed us. That was much needed. Much needed. Well, I don't want to walk into this, just like genie or this, what is it, like a djinn? Oh, yeah, no, we're running. So we can either run down to this little thing, this chestnut, or we can run around, and yeah, we are going to die. This djinn has a lot of health, and I don't really want it to get trapped, so let's run. Alright, we have 2 units of separation between us. So do we... No, we just try to outrun it. We have more units of separation. What does this do? It's just not a... Now we could go to this shrine. And the shrine, is this the end game? Or is this... Alright, so we beat it. We didn't die. But I would have liked to collect more mushrooms and whatnot. Want more? Okay. But we beat it. We survived. And we got it on our first try. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, that's definitely fun, though. I haven't really played any, like, dungeon crawlers in my life. I played a few D&D, not even campaigns, but one-shots. And they were definitely fun. Definitely would recommend. It's very fun role-playing as a character. I'm not too, sold on the combat. It's just the banter that really gets me. What are some funny things that I've done? Well, now that I say I have to be funny, I'm putting myself on the spot. I don't know how to be funny. I just go with the flow. Oh, wait, no, I do remember one thing that was silly. I remember in one of the one-shots I did, because it was with friends, we did a little banter. We rolled for... How do I phrase this? I guess, let's just phrase it like this. We rolled for Riz. We rolled for Riz. Do you have a high Riz level or a low Riz level? And, I'm me. So I obviously got a high Riz level and everyone else got a low Riz level. believe I rolled like a 19 or whatever, and that was fun. That carried through most of the campaign until the end, where it turns out, surprise, surprise, I was actually kidnapped and replaced by an evil changeling. So I had to re-roll for Riz, and unfortunately, was not too lucky a second time. And the lore thing was, they knew I was the changeling because I did not have the Riz. I do not have Riz normally, but that changeling version of me did, and that was a lore reason for suspecting me. In retrospect, but yes, and that was funny. Imagine losing out on, quote-unquote, what do we call them, mad honeys, because you are no longer a changeling. That's funny. Friends can just tear down friends in the funniest ways. It was great, though. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I remember also one of my one-shot characters. Did he plot an insurrection or something? I don't even know. He wasn't a terrorist. That's good. Terrorism is questionable even in a D&D setting. But he was a guy. He was just a guy. He was just a guy who was being framed for murder. But he's just a guy. But it is fun. If you have friends, maybe try it out. You'll see if you like it. If you do, that's great. Dungeon crawling is fun. But that is all we have for today. Thank you all for watching. It is very appreciated to, just see the interactions of the videos and their impact. And as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.